Hello, welcome to another video. When we think of heroes, we often think of humans who have performed brave and selfless acts to save others. Here are 35 hero animals who have made a difference. 1. Balto dog. In 1925, a deadly diphtheria epidemic broke out in Nome, Alaska, and a team of sled dogs, led by Balto, helped deliver life-saving medicine to the town's residents, braving harsh weather and treacherous terrain to complete the journey. 2. Lulu, pig. In 1998, a woman in California suffered a heart attack and fell unconscious in her home. Her pet pig, Lulu, sensed something was wrong and managed to escape the house and run to a nearby road, where she caught the attention of passing motorists and led them back to the woman's home, where she was able to receive medical treatment. 3. Binti Jua gorilla. In 1996, a 3-year-old boy fell into the gorilla enclosure at the Brookfield Zoo in Illinois. Binti Jua, a female gorilla, protected the boy from the other gorillas and carried him to a door where zookeepers could retrieve him, saving his life. 4. Simon cat. During the Chinese Cultural Revolution in the 1960s, a cat named Simon helped save the lives of British diplomats by catching rats that were carrying deadly diseases in the embassy's basement. 5. Tilikum killer whale. In 1991, a trainer at SeaWorld in Orlando, Florida, fell into the pool where Tilikum, a killer whale, was kept. Tilikum grabbed the trainer by the waist and dragged her to the bottom of the pool. Despite the trainer's injuries, Tilikum's actions allowed other trainers to jump in and rescue her. 6. Willie parrot. In 2016, a woman in Florida suffered a stroke and fell to the ground. Unable to move or call for help, her pet parrot, Willie, sensed something was wrong and began screaming "Mom! Mom!" until a neighbor heard him and called for an ambulance, saving the woman's life. 7. Cherami pigeon. During World War I, a group of American soldiers were surrounded by enemy forces in France and cut off from communication. Cherami, a homing pigeon, was sent with a message for reinforcements, but was shot down by the enemy. 8. Jewel dog. In 2010, a woman in New Zealand was attacked by 4 men while out for a walk. Her dog, Jewel, attacked the men and managed to fend them off until the woman could escape and get help. Thanks to Jewel's actions, the woman survived the attack. 9. Kiko whale. Keiko, the star of the movie Free Willy, was a captive whale who was eventually released back into the wild in 2002. Keiko made a remarkable journey, swimming from Iceland to Norway and back again, and interacting with humans along the way. 10. Coco gorilla. Coco was a gorilla who learned to communicate using sign language and formed a deep bond with her caregiver, Francine Patterson. In 1984, Coco saw a TV news report about a baby kitten that had been abandoned, and she signed to Patterson that she wanted a kitten of her own. 11. Sinbad cat. In 2008, a family in California was awakened in the middle of the night by their pet cat, Sinbad, who was mewing loudly and jumping on their bed. They soon realized that their house was on fire, and Sinbad's actions allowed them to escape before the flames spread. 12. Dory dog. In 2012, a 14-year-old girl with Down syndrome was lost in the woods in Michigan for more than 24 hours. Her dog, Dory, stayed by her side the entire time, keeping her warm and alerting search and rescue teams to their location when they finally arrived. 13. Lulu dog. In 2019, a woman in Indiana suffered a stroke and fell down the stairs, breaking her neck. Her dog, Lulu, stayed by her side and licked her face to keep her conscious until paramedics arrived, potentially saving her life. 14. Mandy goat. In 2008, a family in Canada was trapped in their car after it slid off the road and down an embankment. They were unable to call for help, but their pet goat, Mandy, managed to escape the car and run to a nearby house, where she alerted the homeowner and led them back to the family's car, allowing them to be rescued. 15. Togo dog. In 1925, a deadly diphtheria epidemic broke out in Nome, Alaska, and a team of sled dogs, led by Togo, helped deliver life-saving medicine to the town's residents, braving harsh weather and treacherous terrain to complete the journey. 16. Hank Dog. In 2018, a family in California was hiking in the woods when their 3-year-old daughter suddenly disappeared. They searched for hours, but couldn't find her. Dog Hank led them to a creek where the girl had fallen in, potentially saving her life. 17. Maggie Dog. In 2005, a woman in South Africa was attacked by 3 men who broke into her home. Her dog, Maggie, attacked the men and chased them away, allowing the woman to escape and call for help. 18. Bear Dog. In 2018, a man in North Carolina was trapped in his car after it overturned in a creek. His dog, Bear, stayed by his side for hours, keeping him warm and alerting search and rescue teams to their location when they finally arrived. 19. Zephyr Dog. In 2019, a woman in Oregon suffered a seizure while out for a walk with her dog, Zephyr. Zephyr managed to flag down a passing driver who called for help and potentially saved the woman's life. 20. Daisy Dog. In 2015, a family in Tennessee was trapped in their home after a tornado struck, burying them in rubble. Their dog, Daisy, managed to dig her way out and run to a neighbor's house, where she led them back to the family's home and allowed them to be rescued. 22. Fluffy Cat. In 2019, a woman in Montana was trapped in her car for several hours after it was buried in snow. Her cat, Fluffy, stayed with her the entire time, keeping her warm and potentially saving her life. 23. Willie Dog. In 2019, a family in Kentucky was asleep in their home when a fire broke out. Their dog, Willie, barked loudly and repeatedly until they woke up and managed to escape before the flames consumed the house. 24. Balto Dog. In 1925, a team of sled dogs, led by Balto, helped deliver life-saving medicine to the residents of Nome, Alaska, during a deadly diphtheria epidemic. 25. Simon Cat. In 1949, a British ship called the Amethyst was attacked by the Chinese during the Chinese Civil War. 26. Ma's Cat. In 1996, a woman in Germany was awakened by her cat, Maz, who was mewing loudly and trying to pull her off the bed. The woman soon realized that there was a gas leak in the house, and Maz's actions allowed her to escape before an explosion occurred. 27. Sanjeer Dog. In 1993, a series of bomb blasts rocked the city of Mumbai, India, killing and injuring hundreds of people. Sanjeer, a Labrador retriever, helped detect several bombs and potentially saved countless lives. 28. Binti Jua Gorilla. In 1996, a 3-year-old boy fell into the gorilla enclosure at the Brookfield Zoo in Illinois. Binti Jua, a female gorilla, picked up the boy and carried him to safety, protecting him from the other gorillas in the process. 29. Hidalgo Horse. In 1890, a Native American man named Frank Hopkins and his horse, Hidalgo, participated in a grueling race across the Arabian Desert, known as the Ocean of Fire. The race was 3,000 miles long and took several weeks to complete. But Hidalgo and Hopkins ultimately emerged victorious, saving the lives of many horses along the way. 30. Blue Dog. In 2007, a woman in California was hiking with her dog, Blue, when she fell off a cliff and broke her back. Blue stayed with her for several hours, keeping her warm and alerting rescuers to their location when they'd finally arrived. 31. Kelsey Dog. In 2017, a man in Michigan slipped and fell on ice outside his home, breaking his neck and becoming paralyzed. His dog, Kelsey, stayed by his side and kept him warm for nearly 20 hours until a neighbor found them and called for help, potentially saving the man's life. 32. Juno Dog. In 2018, a woman in Alaska was being attacked by a bear when her dog, Juno, jumped in to protect her, distracting the bear and allowing the woman to escape. 33. Simba Dog. In 2017, a man in South Africa was being attacked by 3 armed robbers when his dog, Simba, attacked the men and chased them away, potentially saving the man's life. 34. Pudding cat. In 2014, a woman in Florida suffered a diabetic seizure and passed out. Her cat, Pudding, licked her face and meowed loudly until she woke up, potentially saving her life. 35. Maxed cat. In 2013, a couple in Oregon was awakened in the middle of the night by their cat, Max, who was mewing loudly and acting strangely. They soon realized that their house was on fire, and Max's actions allowed them to escape before it was too late. These 35-year-old animals are just a small sample of the many incredible creatures that have helped save human lives over the years. Hope you liked the video. Show your love and like. Share the video. And don't forget to subscribe the channel.